boy Shunt and your boy Redacted.
What's going on? Catch us on WYLION Mofo, Reel Dumbshit, and Redacted Shunt for the Twitter. On YouTube and on Facebook it's official WYLION. Instagram is WYLION Official, and Mixcloud is WYLION RDS for all that dumb shit. What's going on? The Lemon and Lime podcast in the back. My name is Shunt and his name is
Redacted.
And we are here giving out that real dumb shit yet again.
I don't like your stuff.
What do you mean you don't like the stuff?
I don't like your stuff.
What do you mean the stuff? What stuff?
These like things that you did at the beginning I don't like.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's less offensive than what you did.
Nah, it's not.
It is, bro.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's derivative.
What do you do? Lemon and lime. The left Twix and right Twix. The left thumbstick and right thumbstick. These are essential things, bro.
No, the thumbsticks one was not too bad. But just in general...
So what, you want it to be a pop culture reference?
No.
Okay, the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan are podcasting are back. You happy now?
Nah, not really. I'm never going to be happy.
Ah, what about this one? The Mario and Yoshi are podcasting are back.
No.
Hmm?
No.
Why?
Because it's not Mario and Yoshi.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
One is not Mario and Yoshi.
When it's down to the warting and Mario's in the field, right? He's not running alongside Luigi. Luigi goes after him. Let's be real. The one person that's a ride or die is Yoshi.
I mean, no. Look. Just...
Although it's kind of changed in Mario Odyssey. Like, he just throws his hat onto things now. It's his hat that's his main Cody.
It's fine. It's fine, continue.
The pen and paper of podcasting are back.
It's continue.
Okay. The mousse and hair gel of podcasting are back. The pen and pencil of podcasting are back.
Just continue. I don't want to sound petty.
What do you mean petty? Alright, so you want to do a celebrity, right?
No.
You want to give more attention to these guys?
No.
Huh?
I don't say that.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Here you are.
No, I'm not.
Here you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we have a celebrity. It can't be an inanimate object, no? Not two things that go really well together.
No, it can be. It can be. It can be.
The vodka and coffee of podcasting are back.
Vodka and coffee.
Yeah, man, espresso martinis. They're motherfucking delicious. They go so well together.
Yeah, look, it's not about that.
The lemonade and rum of podcasting are back.
It's not about that.
Actually, I should really start the show. It's been like 5 minutes of
That's what
like...
I'm saying. Like, continue.
Continue.
Huh?
Dun 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 dun. Well, I don't know. Play too much Street Fighter when I was younger. Alright, so Brie Larson making love what you love statement. Magneto, aka Ian Mckellens, outburst defending the usual suspects of man grabbing. Alex Jones returning to the podcasting platform that is Joe Rogan. Arrow making the vigilantes legal. Love, Death and Robots. Will Smith eyeing up the role of Serena Williams in King Richard. Jared meets Jared on the set. Yeah?
It doesn't even make sense.
It's not meant to make sense in the beginning. It's like discussion point. Redacted. Thank you for, diminishing the mystery.
Yeah.
Alright. Jared meets Jared on the set of Morbius. Warrior, based on the Bruce Lee writings, is produced by the same people that made Banshee, and it's coming on Cinemax. Well, in the UK, I think it's meant to be coming on one of our streaming platforms. It looks interesting. It's Bruce Lee. That's the only reason I included it. Luke Perry and Keith Flint, R.I.P. Turn Up Charlie. Namor...
You cannot put that in the rundown.
Yeah, I am. What am I supposed to do? Just do it at the end? Or the beginning?
Just say it. Like, you can't pre-announce.
Well, it's an R.I.P. thing, because I'm looking to discuss these people's legacies and what it meant to us growing up. Sorry for being, caring. Redacted. Anyway, Turn Up Charlie's official trailer. Namor running riot with Hydro Man powers in the comics. The Replaceables, aka the Warrior, was it the Ultimate Warrior conspiracy? Will Smith not returning to Suicide Squad, and Tracy Morgan. Huh?
That's not news.
Huh?
Continue.
It is. Tracy Morgan plays Captain Caveman, and the Neverland Ranch versus Wade Robson and Leaving Neverland crew. So, first of all, anything to add? Do you love what you love?
Yes.
Do you reckon it's okay to just throw a statement like that out?
Well, yes. I mean, there's context behind it. She didn't just say that and walk off.
Okay, what's the context?
You tell me. It's your
You
fucking
tell me,
story.
bro. You tell me, bro.
You tell me.
Do your research, innit?
Huh?
I just saw the headline. I saw the clickbait, and I thought, you know what? I'm not clicking on it, bro.
Huh?
You explain it. You probably seen the
That's
article.
what you should call like your tenure of these episodes.
What
Just
you
like clickbait, because all it is just about headlines.
Yeah, that's what people
There's
care
no
about. That's
substance.
what people care about,
no
bro.
substance.
That's what people care about.
I care about substance and context, bruv.
Bruv. As much as I appreciate you as a person and a human
not.
being, I do.
Clearly do
I
not.
do.
Just
I do.
bare disrespect.
I do.
Bare
The
disrespect.
world
From
the world
opening of
doesn't
the
care.
show
The
to
world doesn't care.
Huh?
The world doesn't care what you have to say.
Bruv.
This is the horriblest thing. And me either. I mean, like, I'm actually surprised that we're so popular. I mean, some of the world does, I guess.
Yeah, they care what I say.
I don't think they do.
They put up with your nonsense.
Hey, ever since I took over, right, ratings have gone up. That's facts, right? Whether it's a combination of both of us.
You know why? That's off the back of like,
Yeah?
my episodes.
Your episodes.
Yeah. My
Really,
episodes.
really.
Wait,
So,
hold on.
carry on.
My episodes.
Yeah.
And then you get the word of mouth going, and then they tell their
Alright,
friends.
alright.
And then by the time it
Alright.
comes around to your episodes, them friends.
You know what? We'll do it by what's trending, right? Whatever is trending, right? That's what I'm gonna go by. I'm not gonna give out the details at the moment because we'll just shoot ourselves in the foot and say, yeah, look how popular we are, and we're not actually popular. I don't want to sort of like throw that out in the
You've
comparison.
already said that.
No. I'm surprised how popular we've gotten. I'm expecting like an audience of 5, to be fair. But yeah, apparently a lot of people love our shenanigans and what Real Dumbshit's all about.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for, really. We're here for the overall vision.
They put up with your nonsense. They come from my insights and put up with your nonsense.
I doubt it. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, I honestly do. I mean, like, we both have opinions about certain things.
Yeah.
And both of us feel that we're more important than the other, which works.
Disagree.
Okay, it's just me then.
It's just you.
But ultimately, it comes down to 2 things: what the people want and what works.
Yeah.
So I'm giving the people what they want, and which is,
giving the
unreliable
people what works.
clickbait.
I give people
Unreliable clickbait. This is horrible. That's what people want. They don't want to read up a story. They don't want to do their own research.
Exactly.
That's the reason why it's my catchphrase: do your own research. Well, I'm trying to encourage people to do that. Look into things. Generate your own opinion on the facts. Don't listen to just my opinion. Generate your own opinion. Dare to dream. Dare to defy. Plagiarism, man. It's terrible. Well, another thing that you might disagree with is Sir Ian Mckellens' comments on the radio the other day. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, vaguely. I vaguely skimmed through the story.
Basically, he came to defence of the usual subjects. Man them slew crew, aka Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
He defended them by saying, well, if they were allowed to be open, they wouldn't have to act in this way. I'm thinking, oof.
Which is a weird thing to say for someone who has been openly gay for many a year.
Yeah, but this is one of the things where I'm not defending what he said, but like oppression does lead to deviation, I guess. Like when you go into suburbs of whether it be England or America, religion and their holds and respect in society suppress people so much that they get up to all sorts of kinky shit. I'm not saying that what they were doing was kinky. It's just
maybe,
whatever.
but I disagree because if you're gay and you feel like you need to
grab them by the pussy,
keep it a secret.
Okay.
I don't think you help that secret by sexually harassing people.
Not by grabbing people by the pussy.
By the what?
Pussy.
Okay.
You know what pussy is, right?
I mean, from context, I feel like I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Well,
What do you think I'm saying? What do you think I'm saying with that, dude?
Huh?
This is the word I learned this word the other day.
Oh,
Pussy.
Yeah, go on, hit me with that.
Booty pussy.
Okay.
So some man will get grabbed by the pussy.
Maybe. But, yeah, as I was saying, I don't feel like you keep that secret by sexually harassing people.
Yeah, it's a bit
Hence,
unsecret.
They've been found out. So, what he's saying doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those ones where it's not that I think he should know better, but I think he.
Who? Ian McKellen?
I think his words
He
came
should.
out.
He
His
should,
words
because
came
like I
out
said-
before he was able to think about them. I think.
Maybe, but he should know better, I think, because as I said before,
Yeah, but he's in a
been
position of
openly
power as
gay.
well.
He's been
Maybe he
openly
wants some
gay
pussy.
for a long time, and like he's been,
Actually, he's married. isn't
you know, he's been active in pushing these kind of things forward, and it's a bit weird that he'd think that.
I don't think it's weird. It's self-explanatory and self-preservation. Because there's bound to be a
Well,
story.
it's not self-preservation because it's not about him.
Yeah, but there's bound to be I mean, like when you say stuff like that, there's bound to be a story that's kind of like suspect or similar to them. So you're trying to pave the way of understanding before that shit hits you. In theory. In theory. I'm not saying it's true in this case, but it's like one of those ones. It's like, you know, you're going to your grandma's house, right? You know, something like that. Your grandma has an aversion to people fighting in front of her. Yeah. One of your relatives gets caught. He gets to 400% of the wrath, and then you feel like, you know, you filled your belly and you're full of gas. You're trying to sort of soften the blow for your explanation, and one of the explanations is that, you know, we all get gassy. You know, it's not a thing. You know, and then you know, somebody like either your one of your grandparents are just saying, you know what, if you're feeling gassy, leave the room. Meanwhile, you've already farted. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to get offended. I mean, that's the comparison that I'm putting out there.
I'm not bored with that analogy.
But that's what it kind of is, though.
Doesn't matter.
It does. It matters to the victims. Stop being sensitive.
Doesn't matter.
Matters to the victims.
And finally, Red Sonja's now been put on hold, and Brian Singer's most likely off the project.
Yeah, but we covered that last week.
No, because he wasn't off the project yet, I don't think.
Oh, so it's officially off the project.
That's what I was complaining about last week. That why is it like this? He's on the precipice of being found out, but you still give him a job on Red Sonja.
Innocent until proven guilty. Like if somebody put like an allegation against me.
Okay, maybe that's fair enough. But as I also said before, like regardless of what may be about to come out about him, or what he may or may not have done. On the set of Bohemian Rhapsody, he proved himself unreliable as a director.
Yeah, but
and
that's
the
just
job you're
professional
giving him.
competency.
Huh?
That's just professional
Exactly.
competency.
Exactly. So on the basis of professional competency, don't give him a fucking job.
Yeah, but he's going to get a job. Yeah, how many idiots are
That
employed?
dude!
Employed by this industry?
Fuck that dude.
Now, a lot of these people do not have the social skills or the social bearing, but then saying that, you know, what drives the person to have that position? That's what you have to ask as well. Is it the fact that they want to create art, which is great, you know, if they do, but it's very, very.
I don't think that has anything to do with
It
whether he
does.
should have
It
a job or
does.
not.
It's job satisfaction
No, it
versus
doesn't,
job.
because he was not turning up on set Like the main job of a director is turn up and fucking direct.
Yeah, but he got the job to grab some pussy. That's about it.
Then why give him more like subsequent jobs? That's what I'm saying. Off the back of being proven unreliable on one job, why is he getting
No. I'm just showing you his motivation. His motivation is to get some
his motivations are relevant in this
His
context.
motivation is to get some pussy,
It's
right?
irrelevant.
No, it's completely relevant.
No, it isn't.
Because that's what mentality is going there with. Like, so here's that mentality there. Like, I'll flip the whole situation. Take for example Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby is gonna get that Jello pudding pussy, right? That's what he's after. He's after that sweet meat. He's putting himself in positions of power in order for him.
Zero to do with anything.
It does. Because you're saying why people still given the jobs.
Yeah, but you're
still
showing.
You're still showing up, and you're still saying the bullshit.
My motivation is not gonna. Yeah, but it's. Oh my god. Whatever.
No. I'm letting you know what other people think.
Yeah, but no matter what he comes in the room and says, yeah, it's like you've disappeared. Like not even like you were sick or you phoned in sick or you said you got family issues. He fucking disappeared. No one knew where he was. There was no explanation, and then you go give him another job. That makes no sense. His motivation, whatever he comes in and says in that room, has nothing to do with whether I'm going to give him a job or not. Because he's already proved himself unreliable.
Yeah, but the main reason why he's probably being unreliable because there's a clause in his contract that makes you pay him either way. Maybe he didn't want to. It does. Maybe he didn't want to do Bohemian Rhapsody.
Maybe, but then don't take the job, or
take the job.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. I don't even know why I'm saying it because it doesn't matter. Like that job ended. He got another job afterwards. What happened on Bohemian? Like whatever it says in his contract for Bohemian Rhapsody has nothing to do with whether they give him a job on Red Sonja or not.
Maybe it did. Maybe it was a job for two jobs.
No.
Yeah. It's from the same company, same production company. I think so. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Bohemian Rhapsody was made by whom?
Fox, I think.
Yeah. So Fox, Red Sonja.
No.
So it's Red Sonja and Sony.
No.
Are you sure it's not Fox? Because a lot of Arnie's old stuff was Fox.
Doesn't matter.
No, but he done Red Sonja.
No, it doesn't matter.
It does. It means that they own both properties.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, maybe they had the rights at that time. It doesn't mean they still own the rights to it.
Yeah, they do.
You don't know that.
Conan is still done by Fox. Same thing with the Predator and friggin' Terminator, bruv. Owned by Fox.
Terminator is not owned by Fox. Just the rights went back to James Cameron.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point.
No,
just because they had the rights at one point in time, it doesn't.
Alright, so who owns the rights? Who owns the rights to Red Sonja then?
I'm looking up now. You think I'm doing?
Oh god, you're taking so long.
It's your fucking internet, bruv.
It's not my internet.
It is, look.
Alright, I'm gonna sign off my internet. You sign off your internet. Have you got like two devices connected to the one thing?
What?
Alright, I'm gonna jump off. Either.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, I believe it's more contractual with the production company than it is with him actually being good.
Makes no sense.
Basically, it's like I'm trying to think of a football analogy that will probably make sense. Arsene Wenger wasn't performing the way they should, but he already had shares tied up within the football club, and he wouldn't leave for a while. Arsene Wenger, for Arsenal. He had like shares tied up in the club, and he had a position of power where if he wanted to leave, it'll have to be his choice. They couldn't fire him.
I will say, fuck your analogy. That doesn't work.
It does.
No, it's not even the same thing.
It is.
He doesn't have shares tied up in the thing. He doesn't have a contract saying, "Oh, I can be on whatever project I want as long as I turn up."
Well, this
or
is
even if I don't turn up.
This is the thing. Maybe it is.
No.
Maybe it is. I reckon.
No.
I reckon it's more.
What kind of moron would you write that in a contract?
What sort of moron wouldn't? if you had the choice of like going into a job,
Yeah, but you
and
don't
you're saying
write
that,
your
all right,
contract.
I've got a
write your
contract for like
contract.
4 films. You have to pay me for 4 films, and if you decide not to take me, you have to give me the money for the film anyway.
Okay. One. Those 4 films being vastly different is less likely. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's less likely. 2, if you disappear and I don't know where you are for half of one film, I will definitely call you on being on breach of contract and fire us.
Well, that's you. You're a more reasonable person than most people, so. But maybe by firing his ass, you have to fire him for the other 3 films.
Good.
Not bad.
Good.
That means he gets paid for those films, and those films.
No,
can't be
because
made.
he's breached the contract, which makes everything else in the contract null and void.
Depends.
No, it doesn't depend. It's just facts.
Let's hope so. I hope he doesn't get paid.
Yeah, he shouldn't get paid.
Alright, so that's enough of that, Boosie. So recently I've watched Mr. Joe Rogan's podcast where he reintroduced Alex Jones onto the show.
Who's that?
Alex Jones is a guy that does InfoWars. Yeah, it's very entertaining on this particular episode. It's 4 hours long, but it actually flies by. I was watching it when I was sort of like at home, sleeping, sort of thing. And some of the stuff that he talks about is pretty...
He was watching it while you were sleeping.
Well, resting. I don't really sleep.
That's probably the best way to watch Joe Rogan. Got him!
No, you never. You never. It's not offensive if people don't agree with you. You know, like, people love Joe Rogan. He's like, watched.
People put up with Joe Rogan.
Nah.
Like you said, he's something to put on in the background while you lull yourself to sleep.
Nah. The Alex Jones one was very entertaining.
Although you was watching it while sleeping.
I was trying to sleep and it's keeping me up.
Sure.
It was a Viagra episode.
We accept your first answer only, sir.
Whatever, sir. I disagree. I do disagree.
Can disagree.
But yeah, so Alex Jones on the show, he was talking about human hybrids and babies going past the term, but basically babies being aborted after their birth.
What?
Exactly. And
that's just called killing a baby.
Killing the baby and harvesting the organs with the parents' permission, and it's not going through the government, and he was getting upset about that. What's the other one? So, baby hybrids. Oh yeah, aliens and interdimensional bits and pieces.
In what way?
Well, basically, there's this substance that if you take it, it apparently opens up a gate. And there's sort of other substances that allow people to see the same vision. If that makes sense.
No.
Well, basically, you have to watch the podcast. That's what I have to say.
No, you watched it, so
I've watched it, but it's a lot to explain. It's a
but
lot.
you brought it up, so explain it.
Alright, so a lot of these guys are tripping balls on like some thing called DMT. So DMT is like this drug that basically is found in all humans naturally, and the chemical reaction apparently is linked to you passing on when you die, if that makes sense. So it's essentially death chemistry. So the consciousness, how it dies or how it moves on or how it shifts into another dimension, if that is the case. Now, that being said, just getting a bit deep for our podcast. Let's see. Alex Jones is saying about how government officials are basically passing laws and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They also discussed about flat earth theory and all that stuff, which Alex Jones was completely against, and saying no, that's just ridiculous, the world's round and there's planets, you can see it from space. It's scientifically proven. And Eddie Bravo, who's the constant skeptic was pressing his buttons. So it's very entertaining. But yeah, it's a really good podcast, actually. Speaking about really good moves, Arrow making the vigilantes legal.
Wait, so we're just plugging the Joe Rogan podcast now?
No, we're not plugging it. It's just that you seem a bit more interested in your phone.
Huh?
You seem more interested in your phone.
What's that got to do with the Joe Rogan podcast?
Everything.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You're meant to be listening to what I'm saying, bro.
I am listening to what you're saying.
You're not.
I am.
You're not.
I am.
You're not, bruv.
I'm trying to get convinced by the Joe Rogan podcast.
Well, bruv, like, at the end of the day, it's either you love it or you hate it. But, significantly, this guy was deplatformed. So, that's the main reason why I was watching it. So, unbeknownst to you, or anybody on how significant this is, it's when one person or one podcast or one form of media on social media is completely wiped clean from all platforms. Yeah. And this guy is fighting that. So it's like, it's nuts. Just to hear his story, it's just proper nuts. Because there was a lot of controversy of him sort of like supporting a theory of the Sandy Hook thing being staged. Yeah. And he's since apologised for that, but the problem is once you say something and you're dealing with a high velocity crowd that are believing in conspiracy theories and are slightly schizophrenic to say the least, you're just getting bare heat. But yeah. It's very powerful, so very dangerous, and it's just interesting to watch. Have you watched the rest of the Umbrella Academy?
What?
Have you watched Umbrella Academy yet?
No, you know that.
No, I don't.
You asked me before.
Yeah, that was before, and you still haven't watched it.
No, I haven't seen the last episode.
So you've watched all but one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think of it so far?
Didn't we talk about this before? Yeah, it was good. I like it.
So a week ago, it was the same stage. You haven't watched the last episode?
Yeah.
Made me sick.
What?
I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick.
Bro, I've got shit to do. Like, how many times? How many times do I have to explain to you? Like, man's busy, innit? I've got shit to do.
Bro, you're breaking my heart.
Huh?
You're breaking my heart. You had one job. And the job is easy.
So did you.
I watched it. I watched it all, bruv. I can tell you what. I feel to ruin the ending right now. I watched it all, bruv. And I watched all the Titans.
You finished watching that?
Yeah.
It's good?
It's alright. It's not what I would say groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But then saying that, I kind of done it injustice. Because I watched the end of Titans after I watched the end of Umbrella Academy, which is fucking amazing. It's like drinking weak Ribena after you've had a strong dose. It would have been okay before, but it's too late. But considering the timing that it came out, it was good. I think Doom Patrol is slightly more in the vein of Umbrella Academy. Side note, I mean, like,
have you seen that?
What?
Have you seen that?
I've seen clips. Which is more than what you have.
Well, it's basically the same as what I've seen, except a little bit more.
No, it's like more focusing on Cyborg's role in the whole thing, which I think is quite interesting. But then, does anybody really care about Cyborg? Other than Beast Boy and Teen Titans?
Maybe not, but people can get to care.
I don't think they can.
Why?
Cyborg isn't likable. That's why.
He's likeable in the cartoon.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, of course he is.
Like, he's not as likable as... Well, it depends which Teen Titans you're watching, actually.
The cartoon?
Yeah, but you got Teen Titans Go and you got Teen Titans.
Well, obviously not Teen Titans fucking Go. That doesn't count.
Okay. Okay. I see where this is going.
What?
You don't think that Teen Titans Go is any good?
No, I don't.
Well, sir.
Obviously not. No, it's like your Warbina shit. Like, maybe if there was no Teen Titans, you know, it might have been possible, but there's Teen Titans. Like, why would I be on board for Teen Titans being cancelled and then they come back with Teen Titans Go? No, that's an affront. That's a fucking abomination.
Yeah, you're right. I can't actually debate that. That's actually quite painful.
It is. It's like it is the same as the weak Ribena thing. It's just fucked up. Like how can you disrespect me like that?
Oh. But yeah.
And like oh blah blah blah. Like kids can only deal with like 15 minutes of excitement and then they get bored. I say fuck you. I say watch Dragon Prince. It's fucking amazing. I say watch Troll Hunters. Also fucking amazing.
Troll Hunters is debatable.
Fuck you, bruv.
I started watching it, bruv, but I don't see why you're hyping about it.
How many episodes you watch?
Like 2. It's like, bruv, you chill.
You need to get deeper. Like, that's just the not even the iceberg. The
Not
tip of the iceberg.
impressed.
Well,
I feel like you're trolling. I think it's because you watched it all the way through and you're bitter and disappointed and twisted about it.
no, I enjoy it.
And you want me to follow the same suit and
I'm
depart on the same journey.
Rewatching it.
You actually rewatching it. You watched it twice. Oh God.
I haven't watched it twice. I'm watching it twice.
So you've watched it twice and you've watched Teen Titans how many times and Umbrella how many times?
Almost once.
You're wasting your Netflix subscription.
Almost once.
You're wasting it, bro.
No, because like
yes.
no. Because,
You haven't finished watching stuff that you haven't finished.
Yeah, but there's no point me trying to watch that while I'm either doing something else or trying to sleep. So I can put on Troll Hunters. If I fall asleep halfway through, it's not a big deal because I've seen it already.
You're wasting time, sir.
I'm wasting time.
You're rewatching stuff that
economical with my time.
you're not, bro.
I am.
You're not.
I am.
How many TV series have you actually finished, other than Troll Hunters and Dragon Prince?
What, ever in my life?
Yes.
Loads.
No, I doubt it. I reckon there's a couple episodes of one show, next show. Me, I thoroughly watch my shows. Thoroughly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did you finish watching Black Lightning?
Have you?
Huh?
Have you?
No.
Exactly. We
No, I
discussed
haven't.
this already. None of us.
No, but you're saying you watch all your shows. You started watching
No.
Black Lightning.
No.
How come you haven't finished watching it?
Because I am out. I'm out of Black Lightning, and I'm out of Legends of Tomorrow for the same reason. Shit. It's horrible to say, but it's like I don't know. It's dangerous to wait until something gets good. If it's not good automatically, it's a good sign that you shouldn't be watching
No,
it.
but it is good. It is good. It just gets better.
What, Black Lightning?
No, Troll Hunters.
Okay, make sure you say that.
Huh?
That could get taken out of context.
Yeah, but everyone knows that one, I've stopped watching Black Lightning. And
No,
two,
you never started.
I'm never going in. I did. I watched like half of season 1.
You never, bruv.
I did.
You
I watched
never.
like the first 3-4 episodes.
No, bruv, that's lies. It's fan fiction, right?
I got up to like when that guy got shot. Maybe like a couple episodes after.
Somebody gets shot every freaking 5 minutes. It's
The
a black,
main
it's a black
person that gets
superhero.
shot. The one that gets crippled.
What one that gets crippled? Oh, the guy.
The boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like the first 2
maybe
episodes.
a couple episodes after that.
It's terrible, bro. No, because
It's terrible because
I
the
remember,
show's
I remember
terrible.
showing you the one where he turned into Painkiller.
You did show me that one, but that was like that was after that skipped once.
You
I
haven't
don't
missed
count that one.
You haven't missed anything.
I don't count that one because I missed episodes in between.
You haven't missed anything. It's a joke. Nothing actually happens.
Huh?
Alright, so back to the CW anyway. What do you think the president of Arrow being deputized?
What?
So in the new episodes,
Yeah.
they've deputized
Have you seen
all.
it?
Well, I haven't yet, but obviously because it hasn't been released out in the UK at this particular junction. But
Yeah, go on.
yeah. Do you reckon it'll be an idea to have legal vigilantes running around the streets of Gotham and Star City?
Oh, why not? They do it anyway.
Yeah, I suppose. But are they getting paid now? Is that the... Not that they have to. I mean,
they should. But I mean, if it's
yes. But then saying that, are their success rates better than the police's?
obviously,
I don't think they are.
of course it is.
No, because you only focus on what they're doing.
Yeah.
They probably caught like their other villains.
Well, I suppose it depends on your definition of success.
Yeah, keeping crime down.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. I mean, especially in Star City, because when they're not around, like the criminals just run amok. Like they pay off the police, they just do whatever they want. They don't stay in prison. There's areas where the police can't go. Like then obviously then you have to say yes.
But still, it's not as bad as Gotham.
Well, that's Gotham. That's a different kettle of fish.
I suppose. I do suppose. Right.
And there's like 5 of them. There's only one Batwoman.
Yeah, you say that, but I know that for a fact there's going to be 2 Batwomen.
Why?
Because that's how it is in the comics.
You always say that, but it's not the case.
It is.
You're thinking of Batgirl. There's been multiple.
No. There's 2 Batwomen at the same time. In fact, that's what the friggin' film's about.
Yeah, but that's the film. Like that's the film and one story. Like that never comes up anywhere else.
It does. Comes up in the comics.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Speaking of things that don't come up in comics that often, you hear about Namor?
No.
Namor has recently gone on a riot spree in the Marvel universe. He's looking to conquer all of the underworld, as in all of the water world.
Yeah.
And he's basically kidnapped.
Hasn't he already?
Huh?
Isn't he already like?
He is, but there's like different factions and all that stuff. So this is in this sort of like narrative. He's going around to all the different factions and he's consolidating everyone. So there's no sort of like you know subsection A or subsection B underwater. It's just all one kingdom that he's looking to do. And he's actually gone about doing it in a very nouveau way. Basically, he's kidnapped a B-list Spider-Man villain by the name of Hydro Man. And he's extracted...
Did you say?
Yeah.
B-list?
Let's see. D. Is it D?
Like Z-list?
Well, it's a Z-list. It's a Z-list. Character.
Yeah.
He's extracted his powers and now he's a beast, because obviously he still can communicate with all the aquatic life and his superhuman strength and all that stuff, and his ability to manipulate water changed the game so much, because what he did in some senses is that when a kingdom was sort of like acting up, you'll just put them in an air bubble and just murder them. So in the hands of like Hydro Man, it just allows him to be part of like the environment, whatever. But with Namor, it allows him to do underwater genocide, which is nuts.
Okay.
So yeah. So, which my question that I'm going to ask you is, what supervillain would benefit the most from another Z-list character's abilities within the Marvel
Wait, how did he get his abilities?
He basically kidnapped him and then extracted his mutant latent ability.
Okay.
It wasn't like with a transfer stone of magic or whatever. So yeah, which character would benefit the most from
Not stealing someone else's powers.
Z-listers? In your opinion?
Which villain?
Excluding Doom. Doom will make anything dangerous. It could be A to C.
I would say. I would say. I would say.
Eventually.
Tigra? Wait,
Tigra.
what's that Wonder Woman one?
No, it's in the Marvel universe.
What, it has to be a Marvel? You didn't say it has to be a
So
Marvel.
I'm doing the same. Which other Marvel supervillain? Alright, you can do DC, I'll do Marvel. How about?
Yeah, go on. You go first.
Alright. The character that I would choose, obviously I can't choose Doom. Oh yeah, and you can't choose Lex. It's the same character.
It's not the same character.
Well, I mean, like, you know, super duper. He will figure out a way to get people's powers, so it's not
Which
interesting.
makes sense.
Either. My one would be. Oh God. Marvel. I'm gonna go with X-Men villain. I'm gonna go with Magneto. And maybe no more for mine. Because it has to be a Z list, isn't it? And multiple mine's like kind of like D now. I don't know. There isn't that many that can manipulate metal at a very low end.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
No, but you know, like the super villains.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be Magneto and Silver Samurai. That'll be it.
Why?
Because he can cut through any metal and he can manipulate any metal. And then he
Yeah,
can't.
but he doesn't need it. He could already manipulate any metal. So why does he need to be able to cut through metal? He can break through metal or whatever, or control metal. He doesn't need it.
Alright.
I knew he was gonna pick something irrelevant.
I just want to hear your DC one, to be fair.
Huh?
I just want to hear your DC one.
What's that chick's name? The
Tigress. The Tiger.
is that what her name is?
Because of T. Were you talking about the... It's not Huntress. Yeah, it's
No,
Tigress.
it's a Wonder Woman. Tigress.
Tigress, yeah.
Yeah, Tigress and the Spot.
The Spot.
Yeah.
Is that a Marvel character, though?
Yeah.
No. Does
No.
not. It has to be another DC character.
Why?
It has to be.
Why?
It has to be.
Why? Why does it have to be? It's a hypothetical. Why does it have to be?
Yeah, it's because it has to make sense. It's like
It does
Namor.
make sense.
Namor's trebled or quadrupled his kingdom due to taking Hydro Man's powers.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that is on that level.
Fine. I would say the Vulture
Yeah.
and the Spot.
Okay, so you're not doing DC now.
No.
Okay, it's Vulture in the Spot.
Oh, you want me to do a DC one? Alright, my DC one would be
Okay, I'm changing my one to Vulture in the Spot. So.
son of a bitch. What I was gonna say is you come up with a DC one as well.
Oh, alright. Villain, right?
Huh?
Villain.
Yeah.
I would say Doomsday and Grundy.
Dude, why?
Because you can't die.
But that's already two people that's hard to kill.
No, but one's hard to kill, one can't die. And if you combine them together, it's like, it's hard to, like, just move away from them.
I would say
Actually, Grundy and Bane. I reckon Grundy's more Z-list, so.
Huh?
He's more Z-list, would you say? Grundy. That D in it.
kind of. But yeah, well, I say
It depends on which comic you're reading. But as a Batman villain.
No, because I base it on like who gets screen time. Because obviously the Spot is quite powerful, but you hardly ever see him, so that's why I'd say he's Z-list. I would say the Joker and Clocking. Ooh, nah, that's too OP. That's too OP.
organised Joker.
Yeah. Just everything's just precise.
That's a
he
good
still
one.
has like
That's a good one, though.
crazy schemes, but they're just so precise.
That's
just deadly. I just made the most horriblest thing ever.
Yeah. But the Joker's kind of like Clock King in some sense.
He is, but he's like
he's not on point.
So precise.
Okay, Brainiac and the Calculator, I guess.
Yeah.
Only because Clock King and the Joker is horrible. There's no topping that. I'm not trying to.
That's too horrible.
And I think that sort of exercise is probably better if we have Z-less hero abilities added to supervillain. That would probably be the better one.
I guess, but it's harder to find Z-less heroes because usually the comics about them.
Yeah, this is it. But I mean, Hydro Man was a good shout. I mean, like that's a good spot. Although I reckon after hearing this, there probably will be some sick son of a bitch that will combine the Clock King with the Joker.
Yeah.
Or oh god, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff. Speaking of horrible stuff, Jared meets Jared on the set of Morbius. How do we feel about this?
I mean, it doesn't change the way I feel about the film.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with everything that I've seen so far. Which I'm happy about because I have no expectation.
Yes. I mean, yes, no. This film it will be a miracle. A miracle if this film is good. This film is going to be, I mean, it's literally the next Venom. I mean, almost literally the next Venom.
No, but when this film comes out, it will be so bad that Venom 2 will just look amazing, which is to their benefit.
Venom 2 could be amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't happened.
No, but this will emphasise
There's
it.
nothing in that film, there's nothing in the first film that says the next film is going to be shit. Unless they mostly do the same stuff again.
Yeah, they repeat the same film. If they 1984 it.
One of the things that they definitely need to do is figure out how they're going to do the fight scenes, because
Splash on splash is not cool.
it doesn't work. It's kind of like that was the last thing they thought of.
Yeah.
And then they just did, whatever on the computer and just said, "Yeah, let's go with this," because it just doesn't work.
But this is the thing, like with the whole Venom thing, it's only recently that I've noticed that it probably won't work on a dark setting film. I mean, you can take more shortcuts, like editing wise, but your film has to be almost neon looking in order for it to be received, so you can actually appreciate the splashes. So, have you seen?
Yeah, but even if they did that the same fight scene in daylight, it still would look horrible.
No.
Not
It's like cyberpunk sort of thing. So it's like, I'm not saying that they should have set it slightly in the future, whatever. But in the background of, say, Tokyo or something like that, it might work better because you've got more neon and you can see more reflections of their characters and all that stuff. But in regards to Carnage,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could see it better, like, if you could visually see it better because it's lighter, like the background's lighter, it would not make that fight scene any better because it's
just
still
a splash and splash.
Yeah. It's still two blobs fighting. Like, two blobs fighting is going to be the same as anything. It's the same argument they had with the earlier Transformers films, because they're mostly just metal coloured. Yeah, you can't really see what's happening and
the impact.
You can't see the impact because it's just metal crashing into each other.
I suppose it's a major problem for them to figure out.
It should be easier because Carnage is red
and he is blue. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it still looks like blobs, it's just visually it's just not going to be appealing.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I weren't expecting Venom 1 to be, groundbreaking in special effects. Much like with most films. But yeah, it's like the actual concept was okay enough for me to sort of like justify, you know, having no sort of like idea what was going on half the time. But yeah, it's a bit,
What?
like in regard, like how can I put it? Like the plot itself, the narrative.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what was going on because none of it really made sense.
Okay.
Whereas with something like Spider-Man, I know that, you know, this scene's going to lead into that scene's going to lead into this scene, and it makes sense. Whereas with Venom, like, there's too many red herrings, if that makes sense.
Okay. So
Like,
you thought you were going to enjoy it more because you didn't know what was happening?
I enjoy it less because I found it hard to follow in certain sections.
Oh. Yeah, it's because the film's a mess. Like, obviously, if you make a mess of a film, then it's going to be hard to follow and you're not going to enjoy it as much.
Yeah, tis life.
Yeah, there's not really much getting around that. Like, if it's not like, I don't know, like, it's not, the film wasn't hard to understand. It was just stupid. Like, just certain things just like didn't really make any sense for human beings. Like, even from the beginning, it's like she knows what he's like. She knows what he's like, and then like after, you know, he makes a mistake in inverted commas.
Makes a mistake.
You know, she breaks off their engagement and she's soon with someone else. Like, that doesn't really, you know, make sense for two human beings. Kind of punctuated by the fact that they're kind of together by the end of the film.
Yeah, I mean the love story you could just throw it away. I don't think it's necessary.
I mean that's kind of the it's not necessary, but like if that's what you're trying to use to ground the characters or give them a little bit of you know, something that you can relate to, then it needs to kind of make sense.
I suppose. Speaking of stuff that doesn't make sense.
Before that.
You're interrupting me.
Since you brought up Morbius.
Oh God.
I know we only spoke about it for a second, but since you brought up Morbius, I think I'll take an early dip into the mailbag since we have a Morbius related question.
Okay, go ahead.
Where this question?
When's Craven coming out? I don't care.
No, it's a Morbius related question. Like, I'm not like you, like where you say something's related to something and then it's actually not related to that thing. But it's actually, this is actually related to.
Okay.
Okay, so this question is from Mrs. Pogo7.
Great.
Do you think Jared Leto will be staying in character for the you know, Morbius filming, whatever? And do you think he will send stuff to his cast members, and what will he be sending?
Nah, he wouldn't send anything to his cast menu. He's a vampire, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he
Just
might
try and suck their blood.
try to suck their blood, or just be
Hanging out by their outside their windows.
yeah, just asking to be
Being
let in.
creepy.
Yeah, it's not. Basically the Joker was more of a open door for him to, you know, be creative and all that stuff. Needlessly.
No.
Whereas Morbius,
It makes absolutely no sense for you to stay in character as the Joker.
maybe it's just him
Because
worried
Joker
about
wouldn't be doing that stupid stuff.
I don't know. Was it? Has anybody been Joker's friend?
Not really.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, they're always like his work colleagues or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how Joker would be with his friends.
Unless you're killing people on set, then you're not in character as the Joker.
But in saying that, he knows that he's not the Joker. So
No, but he's in character as the Joker, so he doesn't know he's not the Joker.
I don't know. I reckon it would have worked better if Heath Ledger didn't die.
Also, if he's turning up as character, if he's in character as the Joker all the time, how does he turn up to film? So in his mind, is Joker an actor?
Maybe he doesn't leave.
Does he think he's filming a documentary?
That's a good question.
But then, if it's a documentary, why are there sets?
Why are the positions? Why are they?
Is it a biopic? But then, there's not many people that are. In
I think that's the
biopics
reason.
as
I think that's the
themselves.
main reason why they got Joaquin Phoenix to do the biopic and not Jared Leto. That makes sense. Now that you said that.
What?
Now that you said that,
What?
makes sense.
What biopic?
You know, the Joker film.
It's not a biopic.
Well, it would have been if Jared Leto did it.
No, because the Joker's not a real person.
Technically he is. And he isn't. But he is. But he isn't. Kind of.
No.
Yeah.
No. I want him to be in character as Morbius all the time.
What, miserable and, like, carrying.
Yeah, I want
Well, in order for him to do that, he'll have to have Spider-Man around him, because he's always hanging around Spider-Man.
No, he
So,
doesn't.
yeah,
There's no Spider-Man in this film, so...
that's what I'm saying. There's no Spider-Man, so he hasn't got that. But
No, but he-
Morbius,
he
like, I'm
character
just trying to
as this
remember,
version
like,
of
the
Morbius.
animated series, he's just moping around.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man saying about, oh, you're putting garlic in your webbing now, and stuff like that. It's like, whatever's in it. But speaking about credible vampires, now you've spoken about it, did you hear about this nonsense about Blade and Wesley Snipes? Wesley Snipes is trying to push for an R-rated Blade,
Oh, of course he is.
but he's looking to produce it, he's not looking to star in it.
That's more realistic.
And there was talks, like, this is when it was meant to be on Fox, but I don't think it's now going on Fox, it's on
Fox.
yeah, because at first it was meant to be produced by Fox, but
Oh, ages ago. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. But now,
Marvel's had the rights
but
to
now
it
it's
for
on the
ages.
Marvel. Like when it was on the Fox, that was when Michael B. Jordan, which he was titled to be in every film, was titled to be Blade or the new Blade. At some point.
But not before. That was even before he was in every film.
That being said, would you prefer to see an old Blade or a new Blade?
What do you mean a new Blade?
Like a new person playing
What, do
Blade?
I want to see Snipes as Blade or do I want to see someone else play Blade?
Yeah.
I want to see someone else be Blade.
Who?
I think.
Who?
I don't know.
I reckon it'd be funny if Dave Chappelle played Blade.
Fuck off. No.
Relax! I got some garlic bombs and I got some blue light, nigga.
Yeah, no.
Oh dear. Everybody relax. Nah, I mean, like, I don't know, realistically, black actor wise, this is it. Like, the fucked up thing is that I'm just trying to cast another Wesley Snipes. I'm not trying to, in my head, I'm not trying to cast another person that could possibly look like Blade.
Yes.
Only because of what happened with Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Because technically that should have worked. A black guy with shades, sword, killing vampires, walking in the day.
I mean, you need more than that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I found out then. Speaking about more than that, Love, Death and Robots.
What?
Love, Death and Robots. Have you heard about this? Basically, it is... trying to think of the easiest way. It is a sketch show involving robots, love and death as its main themes. And it's going to come on Netflix. And it's R-rated. And it's made by somebody really important, which I cannot remember.
That's why you write these things down.
I did, but I didn't write down that particular point.
Yeah, but that's the things that I'm talking about.
Ugh.
That's the things that I'm talking about that you should write down.
I am writing it now.
It's too late.
Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah, so it's on Netflix, and it's written by... Ugh.
Bobby Boucher.
It's not Bobby Boucher. Gatorade loving motherfucker. Let's see. So it's kind of like in the same vein as you know, like Ahem Flukes and all that stuff that used to come on MTV.
What?
Ahem Flukes, The Head, all that stuff.
Was that a sketch show?
No. I said it's like in the same vein.
That's why I said, is it a sketch show?
No, it's not.
Then what part is the same vein?
Oh god, I'm trying to figure it out now. So,
This is why good research prep is important.
I had 5 minutes before you come in.
Huh?
5 minutes before you come in. But I've been busy.
The week before
David
that,
Fincher.
The week up to that point.
David Fincher, Tim Miller, Jennifer Miller, Josh Doden are executive producers, and all of it is 18 plus. And still need to get to know who's actually written it. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fairly interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It only sounds fairly interesting. That's the reason I didn't do any research.
Huh?
That's the reason I didn't do any research.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a watch.
Just one watch, not a rewatch like Troll Hunter.
I mean, if it's good, I'll rewatch it.
I think you've only got one button that works in your gamepad or your remote that only allows you to watch the one program over and over again. I think what you're doing right now is a ruse.
It makes no sense because I watched The Expanse.
Expense. That's what I'm saying. You probably only got the E button working.
Troll Hunter begins with a T.
Does it?
Yes.
So it's
Troll.
T and E that
That's 2 buttons.
I'm saying you type T and then you just have to scroll the way down or something.
I also watched Dragon Prince. It's with D.
Yeah, you press D and then you press the E button and you scroll the way back up.
So it was 2 buttons plus scroll.
Yeah, that's it.
So I can watch.
That's what I assume.
So I can watch anything.
You should be able to, but you don't. See, that was the punchline, really. You see, I trapped you there.
Yeah,
I trapped you there, Mr. Redacted.
Oh, what? How are you going to give me a hard time because I want to give
and
Umbrella Academy like the proper time to watch it properly?
Rav, you never get the proper time. What is the proper time?
The proper time when I'm not trying to do something else, or I'm not meant to be going to sleep.
Speaking about meant to be doing something else, Turn Up Charlie. Seen the trailer?
Why has that got to do with something else?
Because he's a world-class DJ that's looking for his break, and he's a nanny.
You can't be a world-class DJ if you're looking for your break.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the point.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
People at home do.
I enjoyed the trailer.
You enjoyed the trailer?
It's silly.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, it's something I can just put on and just, watch.
Yeah. It's not as serious as Luther.
Yeah, of course not.
People aren't getting murdered. I don't know. Maybe people are getting murdered.
It's probably not.
Probably not. We wouldn't assume so.
Probably not. It's just,
So Turn Up Charlie, definitely a good one.
yeah.
But yeah, you've got that.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll give it a watch. At least once.
It's good. It's good.
Support Idris.
Always. So speaking of support,
Patron saint of the show.
he's not the patron saint of the show. Now you're going too far. If anybody, our patron saint of the show is Bruce Lee.
Why?
It's like water.
What?
You know, like water. Whether you like it or not.
I mean, on the basis that he's been mentioned like literally like once on the show, I don't think he could be patron saint.
Patron saint?
Idris has come up many a time.
No, only because you like freaking watching Fast and Furious. That freaking awful film. That trash bag of a film. I mean, I haven't been mentioning Idris Elba in positive light for a while now. And I want to. I really do.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bruv, other than Luther, like, I haven't really... I mean, Turn Up Charlie looks good.
Yeah.
That to me is a return to form.
Yeah.
I can't really clown his performance in Avengers.
Why not?
Because he got murdered in the first 5 seconds.
What about Thor Ragnarok?
4, yeah, but 4's 4. That's what I'm saying. 4 was great. But recently, like, there's nothing other than Bionic Brixton.
You haven't seen it yet. It's not even out.
I don't have to, bruv. The whole phrase of Bionic Brixton.
Yeah, but
is
you're the one.
ridiculous.
You're the only person that's saying that. No,
It's ridiculous.
he's not even bionic.
He is, bruv.
No, he's not.
By-engineered Brixton.
Yeah, fine. You can say that. You can say that.
Equally, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you're the only person that's saying that.
It's terrible. Speaking of ridiculous,
You're ridiculous.
Luke Perry.
Got him.
Luke Perry and Keith Flint dying.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because they both, well, Keith Flint had his life ahead of him, and apparently he committed suicide. And Luke Perry, I was surprised that he's still alive.
Why? It's on Riverdale.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't watched Riverdale for a while.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, but you was aware he was on it if you've seen it.
I suppose. Which now leads me to my next one.
What?
The Ultimate Warrior conspiracy.
This is why I say, like, stop putting that shit on the thing. One, stop putting it on the thing anyway, altogether. And two, like, why is it in the rundown? Just the no.
Alright. So what's your favourite Luke Perry?
No respect.
Is.
Given.
Is. What's your favourite Luke Perry thing?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, his 91210 thing was just a bit meh. And then Riverdale I haven't seen, so...
Oh, he was good in Riverdale.
Yeah, and Keith Flint, this is where I kick into gear. I love The Prodigy. It's a damn shame that...
So why'd you give him no respect?
Huh?
Why'd you give them no respect?
I do. In my real life, just not on the show.
Then why bring it up?
No, the main reason why I'm bringing it up is because officially now we are without both Prodigy from Mobb Deep and the band Prodigy has now got to sort of rejig their roster if they are performing still.
Even still performing.
But that's what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, but if they're not, there's no issue.
Well, this is it. But in theory, both of the Prodigies are gone, which means all hope is dead.
Disagree.
I don't. Because if all the Prodigy is gone, there's no super talent out there left, apparently. It's dark though. I'm just saying, you know. Anyway,
with all respect to the dead,
yes,
I think super talent is pushing it.
Prodigy, fat in the land.
This is what I mean. Like, you bring it up to make jokes.
No, I don't. It's not jokes. It's not jokes. I'm not doing jokes.
You're not doing jokes.
If you notice, this is the one time I've not done. I mean, Luke Perry, yeah.
All the Prodigy's gone, so there's no hope for the future. Of course, that's a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how that was a joke.
What do you mean? I'm not explaining the joke.
You're not explaining
what
the
I'm
joke.
just saying is this just disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful.
And I'd rather not be a part of this nonsense. And disrespect, a flagrant disrespect to dead people.
I'm not.
On multiple occasions. I let it go the first couple of times, but now I need to put my foot down.
You know what? You can put your foot down right in your testicles. You figure out. Man's paying me out to be some sort of like grave beater. I'm not a grave beater, bruv.
Hey, bruv, if the hat fits. If the
No.
glove fits.
Yeah, no. What happened was I've said something about Keith Flint and Luke Perry, and you found it funny. That's on you.
I didn't find
That's
it funny.
not on me.
I find it disrespectful.
No, what do you mean disrespectful? How is that disrespecting him?
Because you just like, I don't know. There's just no like empathy.
There is
like,
empathy.
There's no.
This is my newsreader voice, bro.
Nah, bruv. Nah. It's just
All right.
like,
You want to hear it? I'm pissed off.
Man's dead. And next.
No. No. Well,
Yes,
this is the thing.
that's your delivery.
This is the
That's
thing.
your delivery, and there's like nothing else. There's no other.
Alright. Alright.
And then on top of that, you want to layer jokes. It's just disrespectful.
I'm not.
It's disrespectful.
Oh, God. This guy. I just wanted to say these 2 words and then move on, just so... Because people are here for something light. They're not here for some deep, fucked up
Then
conversation.
just leave it out. Just leave it out.
I can't leave it out.
Everyone knows they're dead. Like, they don't need our non-2p worth. Because that's what it is. It's not even a 2p worth. It's like 0 pence.
Fair enough.
It's minus pence, actually.
It's not minus pence.
It is minus pence. It's like you're
I
actually
mean, I used to love the
giving
Prodigy.
us pence.
Like, I still listen to the Prodigy. I like...
Fair enough, but then, like, I don't know, just be a bit more respectful.
No. It just came across disrespectful because I was just trying to not just keep the show moving, but by the time this comes out, it'll be like a week after.
4 weeks.
3-4 weeks after. So I'm like, I am being
Even
respectful.
more reason to just leave it out. Just we don't have to say anything.
Oh, God. I do have to now because that's the beginning, middle, and the end. Like, there's no way I'm editing this. There's no way.
You don't have to say anything. Like, there's no, just...
Terrible.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Anyway, let's on to this Ultimate Warrior conspiracy nonsense.
Even more off-brand than the Rip.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where this section I'm going to call the replaceables. So it's when somebody in history was replaced and started doing some other shit that they never normally do.
Alright, let's see how long this lasts.
So apparently,
Wait, do you have any plan for the future?
what do you mean plan? What do you mean?
Well, like, you're saying it like it's an ongoing segment, so you must have other people in mind for this bit.
I do.
Like,
I'm not doing it today. I'm doing
No,
Ultimate Warrior today.
just saying, like, who?
Why are you trying to rinse off my roster?
No, I'm not saying do it now. I'm just saying who.
Yes, you are. You're like, do the moves, bro.
No, I'm saying
and the
who-
music. Do the music.
Who have we got to look forward to?
We've got loads of people to look forward to.
Right.
Anytime this has actually happened,
Like
I'll
who?
be doing some research, and people will be getting
Research? Why are you lying?
Bruv, you know what? I joke about do your own research because I understand that you're watching the program, innit? But yeah, like this will be a section for my bit. So it'll be people that are allegedly replaced within history and time and space.
Yeah, so give a little bit of a tease. Like, who's coming next?
Who's coming next?
Yeah.
Like, other than Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, because you're doing Old Warrior now. I just want to know, give us a little bit of, give.
Well, they'll be
give me the
ranging.
hooks
They'll be
of, like,
ranging,
what
ranging from scientists to actors to people that revolutionise industries, even though having no sort of like knowledge of it before. Inventors, people that are then replaced. So. Hence the reason why it's called the replaceables. Right? I don't know what to tell you. I'm not giving anything away right now. This is how much I can sell it. I want to see if it actually works first, and then, if, for example, your conspiracy theory on the Ultimate Warrior is shit, then, But basically, it's just going to be an ongoing conspiracy theory where I believe that people are abducted from time and history to a certain nexus, and then they are then replaced with a superior or inferior counterpart for the betterment or detriment of society as we are living it.
Okay. But there's no tease on who's up and coming up.
I ain't saying shit, bro.
Alright. We're going to have to wait till next week.
Wait till next week. Pending bated breath. So yeah, Ultimate Warrior. So, not that many people know this. I mean, unless you're into wrestling. Apparently, after WrestleMania 8, Ultimate Warriors were replaced by another person. This is either confirmed or denied, but it is a rumour and it needs to be addressed. One of the rumours is that one of his muscles exploded when he was working out, and then they had to replace him. Another one that he died fatally of an overdose, and then they replaced him. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on around this. So, in theory, do you believe that it's actually true that the Ultimate Warrior was replaced after WrestleMania 8?
No.
Why? Have you seen the footage?
It's ridiculous. No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
I haven't seen it.
What, like a before and after?
Yeah.
Does he look different?
Yeah.
In the face.
In the face.
Maybe just got old.
Maybe. And I mean, like, the thing about a character like the Ultimate Warrior is that he would technically be easy to replace because he hasn't got a face as such, because he's got face paint.
Yeah.
So people only see the face paint, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do believe it was done. But then...
Based on what?
Just on the reaction, it's like...
Direction.
Well, basically, the Ultimate Warrior, from what I remember, he had like a sort of like short face, if that makes sense, because obviously he's wearing face paint and all that stuff. But his nose was a lot shorter. And then when he came back, he had a big nose. One rumour...
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yeah. I'm going to show it to you now. This is what I was doing research earlier for. So, Ultimate Warrior.
I think 2 minutes of a video classifies as research.
It's not. It's going to be photos. Still images, bro. Ultimate Warrior. So yeah, so this is Ultimate Warrior. Around about the time where he beat Hulk Hogan.
Is this before he was replaced?
Before.
Yep. Let's see after. Let's debunk this right here, right now.
Well, so that's WrestleMania 6, right?
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan.
Prepared to be bedunked. I mean, debunked. I'm not drunk. Shut up. He's drunk.
Jesus.
What?
That's terrible stuff, bro.
It's terrible stuff. It's terrible stuff. You're drunk again, like last week.
No, bro, you're drunk.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk. Shut up.
Can't tell me to shut up when you start a conversation, bro. That's terrible stuff. Alright,
I am super sober.
Super.
Super sober. Super sober.
Well, basically, I believe that this Ultimate Warrior, which is basically the one that's recently died, is the same
Oh
as...
no, that was definitely the first person.
That was the first person.
Yeah. That one that recently died, he looks like the first person.
Yeah, he's definitely the first person. Whereas...
Debunked.
No.
Moving on. What?
Whereas this guy, which I believe... Actually, that's Ultimate Warrior in the Intercontinental Championship. He's a different guy as well. That's a conspiracy.
Oh my god.
No, I kid you not, no. Look.
Okay, this guy looks like a different guy.
See, apparently there was like 3 people playing the Ultimate Warrior. One was meant to be Texas Tornado, which apparently is meant to be the one that replaced him in WrestleMania 8, which apparently was his cousin as well. This one wasn't Texas Tornado, this was another guy. So now you see why I'm so intrigued in this whole conspiracy now, right?
Why?
Because apparently the original one died ages ago. Well, the original replacement.
Maybe.
That's the reason why they stopped him.
Maybe.
That's the reason why they stopped him from speaking a lot of the time. Same thing with Kane.
Chat shit.
Hmm?
It's 'cause he chat shit.
Yeah, he did. But that's because he was high on
And
pheromones.
very what do you call it? Problematic views.
Maybe.
So,
About the Warriors. Well, to be fair, he was tripping balls, so it is what it is. So yeah, do your own research. Ultimate Warrior. Apparently, it was 3 different people. One when he was holding the Intercontinental Championship. Another when he won the Rail Wrestling Federation Championship off of Hulk Hogan in number 6. And when he came back in WrestleMania 8. I mean, the WrestleMania 8 one, I don't believe he stayed for that long, because he had a little rivalry between himself and Papa Shango, and then he left.
I need to see some like pictures in the timeline.
Okay. I mean, I'll put them down in the link. I mean, I've got like 3 weeks before this episode comes out, so it'll be.
So it definitely won't be done.
It will definitely be done. But yeah, the replaceables is going to be my section. That's the section I'm adding.
Can't wait to see who's next.
Yeah. But yeah, but those that don't know, Redacted's mind was officially blown by this revelation.
It wasn't blown. Like, I mean, it doesn't prove that he died. It just proves that maybe they cast someone else. I mean, they tried to do the same thing with Diesel and Razor Ramon. It's not.
No, but they were known as fake Diesel and fake Razor.
Yeah, only because it didn't work, and it was like after the fact. It's not like they brought them out as fake Diesel and fake Razor.
I think one of them apparently is Maskless Kane.
Might be.
No, he is.
Might be. I can't remember, but it could be.
And I think fake Diesel was Maskless Kane.
It's not something they haven't tried before. They've tried it before.
I just seen the most amazing thing in the world that would have made me flip the fuck out when I was younger. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle. Just that exists. That's truly crazy. So we got the stuff that actually exists. Tracy Morgan as Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman.
That didn't sound like what you said the first time. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they're making a Scooby-Doo animated movie. Apparently Captain Caveman's going to be in it for some reason. And Tracy Morgan's doing the voice.
okay. Is that as strange as the Sonic animated feature?
Doing strange.
Just saying, like, have you seen the new Sonic pictures?
Yes.
See, I just need to see Dr. Robotnik, because, I mean, at the moment, Sonic just looks weird as shit.
Back to Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, yeah. Where are you? You know, people still watch Scooby-Doo.
Like, why is it a piece? Like, why'd you write it down?
No, because if he's just playing the voice, but then it's like his recent show's been cancelled, hasn't it?
I don't know, what was his recent show?
The one where he's released from prison. I can't remember it. I wasn't watching it, so I can't claim to champion it, as it were. But Tracy Morgan is doing the bits there. Doing the thing then. Ugh. Alright, so on to the meaty subject now. Smooth Criminals.
That's Sonic. Sonic.
You want to speak about Sonic?
You fucking brought it up.
No, I'm just saying it basically Sonic looks diabolical, and Scooby-Doo makes no sense. I mean, if they're doing a film that...
What's wrong with Scooby-Doo? Why does it make any sense?
Well, it's because recently I've just seen the most stupidest things online, like Shaggy. Have you seen the Shaggy Super Saiyan meme?
Nope.
Basically, it all derived from that. And Shaggy was meant to be put into Mortal Kombat 11. That was one of the rumours. People were petitioning for him to get put into it. And I'm thinking, what is he going to do? Just rip people's faces off by accident? It'll be like... Be to fair, it would be good.
Be in it. He was never going to be in it. Don't
yeah, he
worry.
won't.
Huh?
I know he won't. But it would have been really cool to see like somebody just goofing off in the Mortal Kombat thing. Because it's still a form of trolling. like, it's... How can I put it? If you're playing the game and you've got somebody who's a bumbling idiot, I mean, like, do you remember Marvel versus... Oh, what's it? Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter?
Maybe.
Well, basically, they had a character in there called Yamamoto, something like that, and he was like a geeky guy with glasses and a camera, and he was a fighter in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to humiliate many a person with him.
I don't know. I don't think Mortal Kombat is the place for that sort of thing.
Maybe. But yeah, it should be alright. But yeah, that's the only reason why I'm kind of like off Scooby-Doo at the moment. I don't think...
Because they didn't put Shaggy in Mortal Kombat?
No, it's because it was a thing. Why was it a thing? It's just pointless.
Because people are stupid. So you don't want to see a film, or you don't finish make a film because people are stupid.
Yeah.
And they make memes about stuff.
Yeah. I believe that fully.
But there's memes about everything, so you don't want anything to exist.
No, it's not that. I just want decent memes to come out. Things that are of importance. Speaking of things that are of importance...
Definition of a meme.
Nah, I know, it's completely whimsical. Speaking of things... yeah, Neverland. I don't know. I feel like we've been through this already. Like as a consensus, it's different with R. Kelly because R. Kelly has been walking around without allegations put towards him officially. I guess proven allegations, but then saying that with R. Kelly's predicament. And his involvement with Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson's estate's predicament. How do you see this going?
I don't know.
Because from what I understand, the two guys testified being pro-Michael.
Okay.
Which could be neither here or there. You know, it could be under duress, I suppose. But they committed perjury. By doing this act of nonsense. If it's true, which I highly doubt it, because I don't know, if somebody... I'm saying this, it's like me justifying sort of like the fear of some of these victims. But if I was a kid and Michael Jackson molested me, I'm telling. Straight away. Huh?
Why?
I'm not gay.
Or based on what?
I'm not gay.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's other factors between someone telling and not telling.
I don't know. Is there?
So what? You only tell? No, you only don't tell if you're gay.
No.
That's what you're saying.
They don't tell because they're not gay, I guess. But I would tell, regardless. Like if I was gay, like back then, or if I was straight back then, I would tell.
Yeah, but obviously there's something that you're not considering.
The parents, I know.
No, not the parents.
No, especially the parents. The parents are equally to blame as this. The fucked up thing about that sort of situation, if your parent drops you off at Michael Jackson's house and you feel that he may, like, because this is kind of post-Geordie sort of thing. So the kid that got paid off,
Okay.
the kid that made the first claim, which was neither here or there, but it was one of those ones where it's definitely not going to help your case if you are lying or not lying. So, for example,
What?
I'm just saying.
You're drunk.
I'm not, bruv.
You're making any sense.
I am.
You're not.
You're not making any
You're saying
sense.
it's not going to help your case whether you're lying or not lying.
No, I'm just saying in regards to the way that the record company handled it. Because what will happen is that the record company, when there's an allegation, they'll automatically settle it out of court so it doesn't reach the papers. But then it's recorded.
Okay.
So, what happened with Geordie's parents made a claim that Michael Jackson was doing inappropriate things with their son. And they won. And, well, they didn't even win. They didn't even go to court. The court was settled out, or it settled out of court. But then it settled out of court for those reasons. Now, I digress. When you've got that on file, whether it is true or if it is not true, it's on your file.
Okay.
So in the next case, if there's another case after that, it's going to be, you know, detrimental to you to have something like that on your record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in regards to my previous statement, which was whether it's true or not, it's not going to help you, if that makes sense. Like whether or not it actually happened that time, or it's not going to, you know what I mean, amount to anything. It's like you or me, like having a really rich uncle. Bear with me, this is a weird analogy. Having a really rich uncle.
They're all rich.
And somebody says something to this uncle that you done something fucked up, and that uncle pays them off.
Yep.
And then you hear about it like 2 days later, after the fact, and now you've got that lingering over your name.
Okay.
So that's the reason why Michael Jackson went out to prove his name, or stop these child molestation allegations, trying to clear his name. And maybe he did do something bad, but then they done something worse and they lied in court. So all these other kids that were suffering, if it was the case that loads of kids are suffering at the hands of Michael Jackson, all these other kids that were suffering were told that they were lying by the courts because you testified for him. Now, be this as it may, right? I get the whole circle of, like, I don't know, circle of trust, as it were. Where it's like, you know, the pedo messes around with the kid then grabs other kids into it. The pedo then benefits from it. The pedo makes the other kid do things, otherwise it will hurt the other kid. Some bullshit like that. I mean, I'm just basing this on the Netflix shows that I've watched.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that's how they build up the bullshit.
Yeah.
So in theory, I mean, this is the theory, it could well have been a pedo ring. But in regards to the effects of who was doing what, if it was the case that Wade Robson and this other guy lied under oath,
Yeah.
they're worse than Michael.
That is ridiculous.
No. They're worse than Michael on the grounds.
Ridiculous.
On the grounds, as if he was doing kiddly fiddling,
Yeah.
they were helping him.
But they were also kids.
Yeah, which makes it even worse. No, because at the time when he testified, he was a grown-ass man. He had choices. It'd be different if like they were 13 and 14.
Oh, okay.
They were like 20, 24, 27. It's only because they recently come into financial troubles that they and they've had a book deal rejected, that they've decided to do this documentary.
Okay.
And this documentary is all one-sided. It's not like they interviewed people that know Michael. It's like people that were abused by Michael, apparently. And I use the word apparently because none of these cases have actually won in court. So yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. There's too much pedo talk on this podcast.
No, it's clickbait, isn't it?
Huh?
It's clickbait. People hate pedos.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you saying, Redacted? You saying that people like pedos? Can I get a quote from it?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't think people want to listen about pedos as much as you think they want to listen about pedos.
You know what? You'd be surprised. The most popular podcasts in the world talk about pedos and weird old shit. At the moment, we're just talking about dumb shit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Prove me otherwise, bro.
So you're saying the most popular podcast is a pedo podcast?
No. It's a podcast that basically talks about pedos.
So it's a pedo podcast?
No. It's an anti-pedo podcast.
No. There's no such thing.
There is.
No, either you're a pedo podcast.
No. It's like there's no such thing as a pro-pedo podcast. I've never heard a podcast where like they're like, yeah, we do kids in the bum and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no anti-pedo podcast.
No, it's just a normal podcast. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's a pedo podcast.
No, it's not a pedo podcast.
And what is it then?
It's anti-pedo.
There's no such thing as an anti-pedo podcast.
No, you're not meant to be pro-pedo podcast.
No, it's not pro. It's just pedo.
Hmm?
It's just pedo.
It's not. It's anti.
It's not anti.
There's an agenda. We're not like saying, yeah, you go out and you think about being a paedophile. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
No.
I don't think the most popular...
No, rated. Yeah, so it's not a pedo podcast, bruv.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
It's an anti-pedo podcast.
Yeah, which it might be, but it's not the most popular pedo podcast in the world.
Pedo podcast is... Yeah, they are. Yeah, well, Alex Jones figures beg to differ.
He's a pedo podcast.
No, he's anti-pedo.
And it's the most popular podcast in the world.
Well, just put it this way, Joe Rogan gets an average of 1 million views.
Yeah.
The one with Alex Jones was 8.2 million in the first week.
Yeah, but that's just because he's not been about.
No, I know, because you can say the same of like all the other people that are repeating.
As him want to listen and find out what's he
Nah,
saying.
not really.
It's not.
It's because he was deplatformed, to be fair.
It's not a pedo. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, but it's anti-pedo.
Yeah, but no one knew that going in. Like, you never knew he was going to.
No, I just knew I was going to hear some crazy shit because of Alex Jones.
Well, there you go then. So it's not the most popular podcast in the world.
So you're saying Alex Jones is the most popular person in the world?
No.
Of course not. No, I'm just saying what's popular.
Yeah, and pedos are not popular.
Anti-pedos are.
No.
Yes.
There's no such thing as an anti-pedo.
It is. There's no.
No.
Well, there are such things as pro-pedo.
No, they're just pedos.
No. There's people that are for pedos.
No.
Yes.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
There is.
No, there
It's
isn't.
people worried about their kids. Pro-pedo.
Then they're not pro-pedos.
No, they're pro-pedos because they want their kids to come back alive.
No, that's just a thing you heard from one person.
No, it's not for one
He's
person.
an
It's from
idiot.
several people now.
Huh?
Several people.
What people?
The people in this mailbag.
No, not the people in the fucking mailbag.
People in the mailbag. Which reminds me, I've got one question for the mailbag before we go.
What happened to Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix. I didn't write it down, bruv. You wanted me to cover it, and I fucking hate Dark Phoenix, so I'm not gonna do it.
Alright, fine.
It's pointless.
Alright, so we talk about fucking pedos, disrespect dead people, fucking stupid automobile conspiracies.
You're
where
just
he
picking out the bits
just
that
got,
you don't
he
like.
didn't get replaced, he got recast. And
Twice.
So fucking what? So what? They recast fucking Rhodey. No one said anything.
No. He
Rhodey got recast.
It wasn't Rhodey.
Huh?
It wasn't Rhodey.
Who wasn't Rhodey?
There was Rhodey and there's Rodog. There's two different people.
No, I'm talking about Rhodey in Iron Man got recast.
No. Lauren, what's it? Terrence Howard got fired.
Yeah, and they recast Rhodey.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The original Ultimate Warrior got fired, and they recast him. Big fucking deal. But you don't want to talk about Dark Phoenix. Whether you like it, whether you like it or fucking not, you don't want to.
Oh my god! You just ruined my third episode of The Replaceables.
Oh, Rhodey. Rhodey was gonna get.
Yeah, he was gonna get a shout out, bruv. And
Whatever.
Just spiteful.
Bare nonsense.
It's not nonsense,
Bare
bro.
nonsense. Carry on with the show, man. Just
Would you carry on with the show?
run it. Go on, run it how you want to run it into
Run
the ground.
Jesus. Spiteful and bitter. Anyway, so this recent correspondent is from a young lady called it's quite a mouthful to say, a young lady called Shanika Campbell.
Surprised we have any female listeners. I was quite surprised at Mrs. Pogo, but yeah, go on.
Well, it's two females. Which means hopefully we get some fan mail, you know, some girls tweeting their pants. I guess maybe we need that form of sexual harassment. That'd be great. But yeah, so Campbell, Miss Campbell, asks, what is your worst film?
I've already spoke about this already.
No, we spoke around it. We haven't given definitive.
I've given a definitive of my worst film.
Now, what's your worst film?
Knock Knock.
Oh yeah, we have done this one.
Knock Knock.
Alright, so I'm gonna dive back in there. Alright, oh, this one's good. I've got one from Howard Terrence.
Convenient.
Actually, it's kind of weird. So Howard Terrence, no relation to Terrence Howard, as it were.
I think not, because the surname's different.
Yeah. He asks, why oh why isn't there a man from Del Monte in the film industry?
What, someone that says yes?
Yes.
There are. That's how these films get greenlighted.
No, but just someone who says yes and no.
There are. That's how films get greenlighted. Next.
Okay. Yeah, what about this one? Who should replace Darth Vader as the main big bad in Star Wars?
Someone has. His name's Kylo Ren. Next.
You guys sound funny.
Good. Next.
That's not the question. That's the statement before the question.
Oh.
What is the funniest thing you've ever heard?
You're dumb letter. Next.
You're just brutal right now. Actually, this one's alright. This one's okay. Pizza, popcorn, or hot dogs. What is the most ideal food to eat whilst you're watching a film?
Popcorn. Next.
Why are you being so dismissive, sir?
I'm not.
Oh, popcorn's not the best one.
Out of those ones, yeah.
Okay, so what? No, but the question was, what is the best food to eat whilst you're watching the film?
Yeah.
It's not. Is it out of those three? It's just like.
Then why did you give me three to choose from?
No, it wasn't free to choose from, because it would. The question would have ended at popcorn, hot dogs, or stuff. So popcorn, pizza, yeah, would have just ended with that question mark. We'd be like, so popcorn, hot dogs, or pizza?
Yeah, but then that's not a question.
No, but that is the question.
But that by itself is not a question.
No, that's what I'm saying. That would be limiting you to those three.
No, but that would be like.
Now you're being pedantic, sir.
I'm not being pedantic.
You are.
No.
You are.
No,
You're being
that's not
dismissive
my
and
name.
pedantic.
That's not my name.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, if you ended
Sir,
after the three things.
Sir, you are sozzled and drunk.
No, shut up.
They put it to you.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
If you say after those three things, then you still need the movie part to make it a question. So,
which
to me,
is your favourite food?
Well, then why wasn't the question mark after that then?
Bruv, I'm tired, right? That's the reason why there was a bit of a delay, but that is the actual question. So, Yeah. So, what is your favourite movie eating food?
Popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
I find it too sharp.
Too sharp. Put M&M's in it.
You're a sadist.
It's amazing.
You are sick.
Just taking popcorn to the
You're
next
sick
level.
and you're wrong.
How? How is that wrong?
M&M's in popcorn.
Bruh.
My root canal alone, bruv. No.
Bruh. Change your life.
What popcorn? I mean, what
Change
M&M's
your
and what
life.
popcorn?
Any M&M's, but I like peanut M&M's.
So it has to be peanut M&M's.
It doesn't have to be, but like
In what flavour popcorn?
something's chocolate, huh? In what flavor? What popcorn?
Sweet or salted?
Mixed.
You're sick.
Mixed.
You're sick and wrong.
How is that sick?
Sick and wrong.
Why?
Sick and wrong.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you?
Why? Why? It's wrong.
Why? Why?
Such perversion.
What's your food of choice in the cinema?
Oh, God. I was going to say...
Pizza.
No, not pizza. Don't want anything doughy. Or is it hot dogs are just wrong? However, one thing I will say, this is the perfect snack.
Nachos.
Nachos, yes. I'm a nacho guy.
Maybe.
Although there was one time after The Simpsons basically introduced the concept, but the nacho hat.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
I haven't seen one in real life.
I have. I've eaten one in real life. It was in Trocadero in the West End. I was but a boy.
It's just gross.
No, you can eat everything.
Yeah, but why would you want to put something that you're going to eat on your head?
No, you don't put it on your head. You just hold it. It's like a sombrero.
Then it's pointless it being a hat.
No, it's great being a hat.
It's definitely pointless.
Natural hat. That's what it is. Natural hat.
I have some correspondence.
Okay, go ahead.
How much do we have time for?
I've got about 5 more minutes. 10. 20.
So yeah, let's
20,
close.
you've got 20.
Mr. Indigo asks, what Disney live action movie should be next?
The one about your mum.
What?
Fuck Mr. Indigo, that makes no sense.
Why?
I'm sorry, I'm just doing what you're doing. My questions.
What?
To your questions. Fuck Mr. Indigo. Fuck him.
I didn't
Next.
say
Next.
that. I didn't say that.
Next.
I didn't say that.
Next.
Well, I think they should make Hercules.
Why Hercules?
Why not?
Shit, bro.
Why not?
It's the shittest one of the new ones.
Yeah, but they can make... No, but that's why it makes more sense. Because you take a shit Disney animated movie and you make a good live action movie. You don't take a good animated movie like Aladdin and try and make a good live action shit movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Boom. Shut up. Now I'll go next.
Lilo and Stitch.
Can be done. That can be done. Sort of like a E.T. for the new era.
I like that. Gremlins.
Gremlins, I guess so. Gremlins makes me to E.T. Cold as Ice 187 asks, what do you think about Spielberg's comments on the streaming movies at Oscars? So basically, Steven Spielberg is making a campaign for movies that come on streaming services to not be eligible, even if they are eligible for the Oscars.
See, I don't like to disrespect people, especially people as powerful as Steven Spielberg.
I say fuck Steven, man. Why? Like, there's already...
Basically, my whole thing is, you've made your money,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, have a Sprite, and chill. It's not to do with you no more. If you want to make films for the love of the art, then you make films for the love of the art.
Yeah.
And you do not get angry when you're not nominated, right? And you do not protest.
Yeah.
You just let the art flow, right?
Yeah.
Now, it comes back down to the whole question. Well, remember when we was talking about films versus movies and all that shit?
Yes.
Now, the concept of video it's the story told within the video. Doesn't matter where is a film less of a film because you watched it off of YouTube? Is a film more of a film because you sat down and watched it in the cinema? Is a film less of a film if you go straight to DVD? Yes, it's the only exception. But in general, it doesn't matter where you watch a film. It's what the film does and creates within you, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
So, in regards to that, Steven Spielberg's concept of the film being disrespected. I mean, he started off on the TV series, and I reckon he would be thrilled if one of his amazing stories was nominated for an Academy Award, or the equivalent of a Netflix or a Hulu or whatever American sort of counterpart station. Like if they had their own awards or something like that, the Hulu awards and the Netflix specials or whatever.
No, but he's not saying they shouldn't get awards. He's saying they shouldn't get Oscars. So he's saying that they should get like Emmys or whatever for being on TV, but not, even though they're not on TV, but he's saying they shouldn't get Oscars, which I'm against on the basis that there's already a qualifying process. It's not like they're giving them like a special allowances because it's Netflix. Like they still need to go through a process. They still need to be in a cinema in New York and LA between these dates to qualify for an Oscar. Why is it that he's trying to make extra like hurdles or whatever for...
I think it's because he doesn't like the idea of somebody who's just coming into the industry making as much or if not more impact than he ever did.
Oh, you finished? Maybe, but like he's not, like it's not necessarily someone who's new to the industry. Like Scorsese, The Irishman's coming out soon. That's going to be on Netflix. Like there's lots of directors and actors and whatever who are now doing stuff that's predominantly going to be on a streaming service. It's weird that he will choose this to be against.
I mean, didn't he do fucking Band of Brothers as well?
He did.
Tim Ryan.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like you're saying that like he said he should get an Oscar for this film, for that thing. It's not that he.
I'm not debating the Oscar. I'm just debating his stance on, like the audacity of being that person that decides what is right and what is wrong. It's like Spike Lee when he chimed in as well. I mean, I like what Spike Lee's been doing with the Black Klansman, but in regards to the overall sort of merit, was it the most fascinating thing I watched the whole year? Possibly not. Does it have a resounding sort of like thing? Yeah, it does. But it's like you cannot, all because you won an Oscar, that doesn't mean that you get to depict what type of film deserves an Oscar.
Yes.
That's what the bottom line is. It's like, you could be best director, best screenplay, best film, or whatever. At the end of the day, you just won it for that year, and that was the best out of that year. It's not the best out of the whole fucking genre per se forever. And that's what I feel that they're failing on.
Yes.
So I'm not going to say fuck you.
I'm going to say fuck you.
I'm going to say, think about what you just said there, and imagine you being 20 years old again. And then fuck yourself.
Yeah, and also like I don't know, like why or what makes you think you can decide what is worthy and what's not worthy?
No, this is it. You cannot.
And I don't know, like it's like he's saying that regardless of the quality of the film, if it's on streaming, it's not worthy of an Oscar. It doesn't really make sense.
But your films go to streaming services.
It doesn't really make sense.
Doesn't make any difference.
Like it's alright for it to go one way, but it can't go the other way.
At the end of the day,
That's very, very
like,
weird.
it would be different if it was like, say, around about 10 years ago, and we was arguing the same shit about things that are on DVD versus things that are out in the cinema. That's a different kind of market to a certain degree.
No, it wouldn't be. Because you know why? Because there's a very simple, what you call it, of what is eligible. Like, it's like pretty much like two things. And even if the film went straight to DVD, as long as it was in 2 cinemas between this time of the year and that time of the year, it's eligible for an Oscar.
I suppose.
Like, that's it. Simple. Job done.
And the last one.
Apparently, this is from John Bateman,
Oh, hello, Mr. Bateman.
1976. Apparently, there will be 4 villains in the up and coming The Batman.
4.
Which 4 would you like to see?
The Batman. What Batman is it?
What do you mean, what Batman is it?
Is it old Batman, young Batman, mid Batman?
Well, they said they want to do a younger Batman.
Younger Batman.
But we don't know, obviously, because it's not out yet and they haven't really released the casting.
So, if it's Batman Year 1, I want to see Zaz. I want to see... Well, this is the thing. At the moment...
It's not Batman Year 1. I don't want to see Batman Year 1.
Well, this is it. Neither do I, at this point.
I want to see Prime Batman. Batman.
I don't even want to see that anymore. I want to see
Prime.
Batman Beyond
Fuck
live
that
action.
shit. Nah.
This is it.
Nah. We've not even seen Prime Batman.
Now, just so I cleanse the palate, because I want Prime Batman as well, but it's just too colluded at the moment. It's like, it's too meh. You know what I mean? It is.
That's not.
Batflick fucked up everything. What did I say that?
No, he didn't.
He did.
No.
Zach fucked up everything, but Batflick stayed on, and it just made things worse. It's like Daredevil all over again.
Stayed on at what point?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Just saying, Ben Affleck shouldn't do superheroes. He's not good at being a superhero.
I mean, he was alright in Batman v Superman. It wasn't the film I wanted, but he was
It was the
good.
best part of it. But in saying that, that film should never have been made.
Yeah, we shouldn't have, so you can't blame him. What you're saying doesn't make any sense.
It does, because he
Next.
still made it.
Huh?
He still made it.
But he didn't make the film.
He did, he stayed there to the end.
Yeah, he was under
He took
contract.
the money. Took the money.
He was under contract.
Yeah,
He didn't know what film they were making when they asked him to do it.
Sorry. The conversation was stimulating. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
So what's the question again?
What 4 fucking Batman villains do you want to see in Batman? The Batman.
The Batman. Riddler. Don't want Salsa anymore. I want Riddler, Scarecrow, Raj Al Ghul, and maybe a hint of what? Either Joker or Two-Face. I can't really make up my mind. If you're having 4, then it has to be those 5 out of those 5. For your first one, because you have to build. I mean, for me anyway, you have to build the universe that it's going to take in my interest. Whether a case it'll be a thing of like the Batman going up against the Riddler first, or going up against the Joker straight away, which I don't think will happen. I think that the Joker and Riddler should be in the film, but they'll be in the background because there's secondary attack or secondary wave of attack in regards to Batman. So Batman makes a name for himself. goes up against the mob, maybe. So yeah, I would say maybe Falcone in the beginning, Riddler being the main, Joker hanging out in the background, much like in Dark Knight where he leaves his calling card at the end. And yeah, I think that'll do. And Harvey Dent obviously being there from the beginning with the mob.
So basically, you just pitched a shittier version of the Dark Knight.
No, I pitched a shittier version of the
Dark Knight.
No, Batman and Dark Knight.
Okay, that's even worse. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
my turn.
It's Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond for the win. I can't deal with him at the moment.
Batman Beyond.
No.
I would say Penguin. Two-Face. Nah, maybe not. Penguin. Clock King.
It's not Batman villain.
Huh?
Not Batman villain.
What's this?
No.
Who's the what villain is it?
Flash.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fine.
You do care. That's the worst.
Crazy Quilt.
Crazy what?
Crazy Quilt. Condiment King.
Condiment King. That 1960s show has a lot to answer for.
Riddler.
Yeah.
And Grundy.
It's just a hot mess. I'm gonna get real with it. Right? I'll just get
it's the
real.
hot mess. Like yours was it? Like yours was
Just a
a
hot
mess.
mess. I'll redo mine. I'll redo
Mine
mine.
makes sense. You know why? Because you have lots of little villains that he could fight, and you have a main villain. Like your one was just like Riddler and the Joker's redundant. And
You had Riddler and the Joker.
Huh?
You had Riddler.
Yeah, it did have Riddler. But
Yeah.
you don't need both of them. That's just stupid.
No, you have Joker in the background. He's
So
the one.
what? Background, whatever. Having both of them's dumb. What was the other one? You got Harvey Dent not doing anything, which is fine. That makes sense. And what was the other one? Falcone. Falcone, we seen like we don't have time. Like for Batman to be fighting the mob, you need time. You need a whole movie for that. That's not something that you just throw away in the first half of the movie.
Fair enough.
It's pointless otherwise.
So for
My one, at least, like you have Penguin, so he's more of a presence than like a villain he's fighting. So like he's just doing his Penguin shit. Like he's, maybe Batman goes to him for information and roughs him up a bit or whatever. But like he's there and he can come back for later movies. You got what did I say? Condiment King. That's just someone who's just going to be up in the first 5 minutes. And then you got Riddler, who's probably going to be the main villain, so he needs to use his detective skills on him. Shut up. What do you mean, no? You had the Riddler in your movie, dickhead.
No, I wouldn't use him like that.
Why are you going to use him for? What are you going to use him for? You said he was the main villain.
He is.
Exactly, so what's the difference? What's the difference? Exactly.
You come across naive.
Exactly.
So
I'm coming across naive. You're just coming across as being a pedantic and I don't know, like a parade pisser.
Yeah.
A parade pisser. You're trying to piss on my parade for no reason.
Your parade.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You're trying to bring me down for no reason. Just because my idea was better than yours.
I was going to give you a good one.
Go on then.
Now, my one, because you're saying about Falcone being redundant, I get that. So Black Mask.
I thought about Black Mask, but he's already in Birds of Prey.
Yeah, but this is a completely separate.
No, it isn't. The question was.
No. This Batman is a completely separate film. So it's Mark Scheich set in its own universe. So you can do what the fuck you want.
We don't know that.
No, we do.
No, we don't.
You do.
We don't.
It's been said.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
No, it has not.
Okay. So.
Go on then, Black Mask.
Black Mask.
Question mark.
question
Asterisk.
mark, asterisk. Being the sub-villain. The main villain is either going to be...
Outrageous.
The main villain is either going to be the Joker, a la Arkham Origins, or Ra's al Ghul.
Why have you got oars? Just pick one.
Alright. Fuck them
I'm
two.
rowing a fucking boat.
It'll be Black Mask, Bane, Poison Ivy, and Penguin.
Alright, give some context.
Context. Alright, so Black Mask is looking to take over. He's moving in aggressively in Gotham. He's hired Poison Ivy to synthesize what is Bane's killer sort of like potion, which is venom. So she's synthesizing it. Meanwhile, the Penguin gets hold of this information, and then he hires Bane, the real deal, to smash up Gotham.
No.
And Batman gets involved.
That is... what'd you say? Like, that is...
It's a mob war, basically.
Against... Yeah, but you got characters playing against type. Like, the Poison Ivy is not going to be hired by Black Mask to synthesize. And it's weird that she's synthesized, like, Venom is not pure. Like, you have to make it. Like, so she's going to make a more pure version because it's plant-based.
Yeah, but basically Black Mask, well, the argument is that Black Mask wants it, but he doesn't want the same effects.
Fine, fair enough. But she still wouldn't work for Black Mask.
Yep.
Secondly, Bane's not working for Penguin. Like, actual Bane is not going to work for Penguin. No. Maybe the Batman and Robin version of Bane, but not Bane. Bane's not working for fucking Penguin.
Maybe.
So reject your movie. The man from Del Monte says, nah, get out of here.
Bruv, I say the man from Del Monte is coming across like Dappy, bruv.
Huh?
It's coming across like Dappy.
Trying not to be Dappy.
Yes.
Why? Why are you laughing? It's just not funny.
You got everything but the hat.
You? Oh no, like you're coming across as something.
Oh god.
You're painting a picture, people don't like it.
Yeah, they do, man. They love it.
No, they don't.
They do.
No. Well,
it's a picture of excellence.
Like it. It's not.
Picture excellence.
Last question.
Oh.
Last question. Mrs. Smooth Peanut Butter asks, what do you think of the Dark Phoenix trailer?
Shit.
Well, that's your word, yeah?
Shit, redundant, not needed. Why?
Okay. Yes, I agree, but also major spoilers in the trailer.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the film.
I mean, did you have to watch it anyway?
No, but now that I've seen the trailer,
they're just remaking The Last Stand.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Honest.
It's weirder considering that all of the bits where they're friends and they have actual relationships with each other to make us care about like characters dying or being hurt.
I mean, this is before we've actually seen the film. We might actually open on a wedding or some bullshit like that. I don't know.
Even if you open on a wedding, that's even worse because it's like all of the stuff that make you care about the characters happens in between the films.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like, oh, we're in the 60s. Oh, we're in the 70s. Oh, we're in the 80s. Like, why? It's such a weird decision to make to have these films skip so many years Especially when X-Men is predominantly about family. Like, they're a family.
Yeah, but it's like the whole concept of it all just seems a bit... I mean, I'm not saying that the X-Men seems redundant. It's the idea of Fox's X-Men is redundant. I don't see the point in watching any of them anymore.
I mean, it's the last one. Are you not curious?
I watched the last one the last time and I wasn't impressed.
Not curious? Yeah, but last time it wasn't the last one.
Yeah, it was. The Last Stand was meant to be the last one. His story's why that
No, it was just the Last Stand.
Then it was meant to be like nothing but solo movies.
I don't think they were never going to make any more.
I just think it was trash.
It was trash. But I don't know. I mean, there's absolutely no chance this film's going to be good.
I think there might be. I mean, just for McAvoy's performances.
One performance
and Fairbrass
will not a good movie make.
Well, you say that, but when we watched Glass,
yeah,
McAvoy was incredible.
He didn't make it good.
Didn't make it bad.
No, he didn't. The rest of the film made that.
To be fair, it wasn't a bad film.
I did not enjoy it.
I did not enjoy it. I mean, like, I got it because it's No, this is the thing.
There's nothing.
You
to
went
get.
in there. You went in there.
Nothing to get.
You went in there thinking that it's going to be better than the last one. I knew it was M. Night Shyamalan.
Better than what, Split?
Yeah. Which technically it was.
I did think it was going to be better. I did think it was better than Split.
Well, this is the thing. Split was only good because the character that they concentrated on had depth. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Glass, all of them die. So there wasn't any sort of like cliffhanger sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those ones where you're watching it and then your disappointment is met with, I don't know, confirmations that you haven't got this sequel or there's not going to be more than 3. But then saying that, it was refreshing to actually have that in the film.
What? There's going to be more than 3?
No, there's not going to be more than 3.
Only because it was so disappointing, though.
It wasn't so disappointing. It could have been better. Could have been a lot better.
Yeah, which is...
But it wasn't disappointing.
The definition of disappointing.
Now, definition of disappointing is when it fails to deliver.
Which is also a definition of disappointing.
No.
I mean, if you come out of a film thinking, oh, it could have been better, how is that not disappointing?
I suppose. I'll give you that.
Yeah, how do we end up talking about Glass? Glass is old shit.
The only reason why is because I was talking about Batman.
The Dark Phoenix, actually.
Oh, Phoenix, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. At least, like, Glass... The only reason why Glass would be better than Dark Phoenix is because the quality of acting, including Bruce Willis, didn't sell the film. So, whereas Dark Phoenix, they're trying to take you on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, but they can't because you've got no connection to any of the characters.
Exactly, I've already seen it.
Like Scott and Jean, Scott, Jean, Storm.
I didn't even know that was Storm.
We've only seen them in one film. Storm was a villain for most of that film.
Days of Future.
They didn't really have much to do anyway in Days of Future Past. The other ones, yeah, they've been in the other films, but it's like you don't. Apart from Charles and Xavier, you don't feel like there's any real connection between any of the other characters.
I suppose.
And we're supposed to care about whether they live or die or not.
It's only because we got First Class.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, we're meant to care about Mystique dying when, one, we're fully aware that what's her face, Hunger Games hates being in this movie.
Yeah.
Or these movies. She hates being in the makeup. That's why her makeup looks shit with every film.
Yeah.
and she's just not motivated.
None of them.
Well, she was no, she. No,
But
she
then saying
the
that, this
least
film was made
motivated.
like what 2-3 years ago.
And it doesn't really make a difference.
It
How long
does.
ago it was made.
Does.
No, it doesn't.
Relevance, pop culture references. It's like it's redundant.
Well, we're not even. You need to see it for those things. These are things that we know about the film without seeing it.
Oh.
Also, like Mystique is not meant to be leader of the X-Men, so who gives a fuck if she gets killed off or not? Nobody. So fuck this film.
Yeah. In fact, that corresponded.
And do not disrespect Smooth Peanut Butter. 89.
You know, Crunchy's always better.
Huh?
Crunchy's always better.
Disagree.
Crunchy.
Not for bread.
Crunchy for the win, bro.
Nah, man, just tears up the bread.
No, on toast.
Well, what if you want bread?
Toast.
Yeah, what if you want bread then?
Toast. Why would you have bread?
Because you don't want toast.
Toast for the win. People say, let's have a toast. They don't say, let's have a bread. Bread is dead, bro.
No, but they break bread.
They break
They
bread.
don't say-
They break bread and then they have a toast.
They don't say let's break toast. They say let's break bread.
That's because everybody assumes you're having toast.
No, they don't.
They assume you're having a toast.
No.
They do.
No.
That's the reason why they ding their glasses. Why the fuck would they ding their glasses? Say toast.
Because
Everyone has toast. That's
toast
why.
is something that you throw away.
No, toast is the thing that you have.
No.
Toast.
You have to break bread before you can have toast.
No. You have to have a toast before you break bread.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, people cheers.
Yeah,
Right
but they
before
eat
they-
first.
Bruv, what you're saying does not make sense.
What you're saying is what doesn't make sense. Why do they sell bread and not toast?
They sell bread so you can have fresh toast.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You want fresh toast. And crispy toast. Yes. That's what people
No.
want.
It's just burnt bread.
It's not burnt bread.
It is.
Burnt bread is burnt bread.
No.
Burnt toast is burnt toast.
No, toast is burnt bread.
It's not.
This is.
No, it's not.
This is.
It's not.
This is.
It's not.
It's toast. That's just burnt.
No, because there's burnt bread. You can burn bread by making bread, and then you can have toast. Toast is completely
Toast
different.
is just burnt bread.
Nah, I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Of course you do. That's all you do. Your whole job is disagreeing with me.
Yeah, and your whole job is disagreeing with me.
No, it isn't.
Is.
No, it isn't.
Is.
I come to bring the fresh topics.
No, you don't. No, you don't, bruv. You refuse to do any research.
Huh?
You better fresh topics.
It's your show, innit? Why am I
It's my show,
researching your
exactly.
show?
Exactly, I'm helping.
You're not helping.
Yeah. I came out with all the other stuff.
Huh?
You just kept on harping about Dark Phoenix like it's something to give a fuck about. No one cares! Apart from, was it Sophie Turner? Who is fit. For a gingerbread, she is
Disagree.
fit. You disagree with her being fit?
Yeah. I mean, she's better than your what's-her-face Holmes, but she's... No.
No, she's not that fit.
Huh?
She's not that fit.
I know, she's better than fucking what's-her-face.
She's not better than
Are you nuts? Come on now. Come on.
Bruv, you're a macadamia.
Stop trolling. Stop trolling.
You're a macadamia, bruv.
Stop trolling.
Terrible stuff.
Stop trolling.
Katie Holmes.
Sophie Turner is way better than Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
And Sophie Turner's not even that great.
Can't say that.
I can.
You
Say
can't.
that.
She's young. She's young. She can develop.
Possibly. But at this present moment in time, she's better than Katie Holmes.
I haven't seen Dark Phoenix yet, so it might be the performance of the lifetime from her, and then it could be just trash from everyone
It might
else.
be. Like, it might be the performance, but it doesn't mean the film's going to be good.
Yeah, that also means
And it doesn't mean that Katie Holmes is going to be good.
Katie Holmes will be good.
Nah, man, she's trash.
She's not.
She is in the bottom of the barrel. Trash.
I would fuck her on the bottom of the barrel.
I would not.
Yes, you
If she was the last chick in the club, eyeing me up, like when the lights come on, I'd be like, nah.
Bruv, lies.
That's
If
not
she was the last person in the club,
Yeah.
and Redacted had a like clear house,
Yeah.
you would be dragging that back,
No. I'd be
lipsing
like,
it up.
No, thank you.
You'd be like,
No,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, boy, full blown flavor, that
No,
motherfucker.
thank you.
Be wearing a clock and everything.
No,
What's the time? It's Katie Holmes time.
No, that would be like his handy time. It's like,
Yeah, about Katie Holmes because you're too frightened to
No.
go and approach her.
nope,
Yep.
nope,
Yep.
nope.
Yep.
I just leave her in the back of the club with a sticky floor.
Bro.
Like, you stay there, bitch.
Nah.
You stay there.
She's going home. That's the worst thing about it. Like, ladies will go home with someone all the time.
Good. She can find her own way to somewhere else. Because I'm taking Katie Holmes home on any circumstances. Under no circumstance, there's nothing she could do. She could be wearing like a literal $1 million, and I can take the dollars if I take the clothes off. I'd be like, no thanks. I don't need to see
Lies.
that. I don't need to see that.
Lies.
Thank you.
Like, the worst woman could be dressed like that, and I would.
I'm like, nope.
You'll be a broke ass motherfucker for no reason.
I'd rather be broke than see Katie Holmes naked.
That's lies, bro.
It's not lies.
It's lies.
It's not lies.
And even if you didn't want to.
Huh?
Even if you didn't want to see her naked, and you were gay, you'd take that money, bro.
Maybe she was wearing a mask.
She's so fit, though. I don't even know. Why you even like...
Because she's just like a dry person, a dry version of a person.
No. You know what I reckon it is?
What?
You're depressed, and you're breaking up with someone, and then you watch Dawson Creek, and you thought, fuck this bitch.
No
Does that
way.
happen?
No way.
I reckon.
No, not even close.
All the stars align.
It's because she looks like a dry version of a person. Yeah. She looks almost like a pretty girl, but just dry. Just like an unappealing version of a pretty girl.
Lies, bro.
It's not like she's super ugly. It's just like she's just not pretty.
I would so badly.
I don't know, man. You need to get Specsavers.
The two girls on Dawson Creek, which one?
What? Katie Holmes or that? What's her face Williams?
Exactly. No one knows who Michelle Williams is.
See, you know Michelle Williams. Of course, Michelle Williams, all the way,
No.
all the fucking way. She was way better.
No.
She's still better than her now.
No.
Are you nuts?
No.
Are you nuts? Even with that ugly wig she was wearing in Venom, like she's way better than Katie Holmes.
No. You're mistaken.
I'm not mistaken.
Probably mistaken.
No way. No one thinks Katie Holmes is better than Michelle Williams.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Answers on the postcard, guys. Who do you believe is better looking? Michelle Williams, or Katie Holmes?
Great Katie Dryface Holmes.
You know what? All this disrespect is needless. I reckon you need to address that problem, understand what happened, nothing to do with this lady, and move on.
Everything to do with this lady.
Move on.
No one needs to see her.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
And just in case Katie Holmes is listening, I've got 3 bottles of baby oil with her name on it.
Yes, you can moisten up that dry face of hers.
Yeah, so I can moisten up that dry.
3 bottles is not enough.
You're a bad guy. She seems like fun.
No, she doesn't. She just seems fucking boring. Boring. That's why she married the most boring person on the planet.
Who's that?
Tom Cruise.
Really?
Yes.
He runs really excitingly.
Yeah, but that's when he's in films. In his own private life, he's just boring.
I suppose. But he is part of a major religion.
Exactly. Boring.
Nah, well, anyway, we're going to wrap up the show now. We covered all our subjects. We've eaten all the cookies. And the cheesy poos are yet to be eaten. But it's been good. Anything else to add?
I think I've just squid enough for one day.
Okay, cool. Alright, guys. Take care. Take it easy. Later.